I'm Honore Kaszuba, and I own two businesses in Ashland. I have the Black Hat Coffee House and the Ashland Baking Company. I'm against the mine for a number of reasons. The biggest reason that I'm against it is because of the quality of our water. I worry about the location of the mine and its effect on the Bad River watershed and consequently Lake Superior. We get our drinking water in Ashland from the lake, and I worry that it's going to have an impact on the quality of our drinking water. And I also worry that it's going to have an impact on the people that make their livings off the lake and the tribe in particular. I also, I realize that we have a need for taconite, and I understand that need, but I worry that the effect that it's going to have on this region is going to be more negative than positive. I see mining as being a real short-term gain financially for communities, and I think that it's very obvious in regions in Minnesota where you can go there and see that there hasn't been a lot of growth and a lot of businesses are shut down and they're really not thriving financially. And with my two businesses, I rely on tourism as a big source of my income. And my fear, I've had a business for 16 years in Ashland, and I've seen the community change significantly over the years with the growth of tourism. And I feel like it's something that this community in particular has really been striving to change. We've developed our waterfront so that the lake is more accessible to people, and you know, and Washburn and Bayfield have, you know, certainly done the same and followed the same path. And I feel like we're finally starting to see the benefits of the money that we've put into promoting tourism and really trying to get people.
Are you kidding me?
That never happens.
I know.
So I feel that we've really tried hard to bring tourism to the area and make that a viable part of our economy, and I feel that it's working. My sales go up every single year significantly, and for my business it's been very positive. And I feel that if we bring a mine, particularly if it has a negative impact on our water resources, then people will stop coming. I also worry just on the pristine nature of where we live. It's a beautiful wild place where people come to fish and hunt, and having a mine here is going to take that away, and the area where they're planning to put the mine is really a beautiful space. My brother's an organic farmer down there, and I know it can potentially have a negative impact on him. I have friends who live very close to where the mine is going to be put in, and I know they're talking about moving, leaving the area, and I think there will be a number of people who do choose to leave, and that really saddens me. I can understand why maybe some of the other communities who are struggling would want to have a mine here, and I know one of the arguments is that it's going to bring in a lot of jobs, but somebody brought up to me recently that there are thousands of miners in this country that are without work right now, and it's going to be much more likely that they bring in those people who are already trained, who already have the experience to work at the mine, rather than training and employing locals. And so I feel strongly that that's not necessarily going to be the job production that they say that it's going to be. I moved here probably about 20 years ago. I was living in the southern part of the state, had lived out west for a while, and I was really drawn to the lake and the beauty of the lake and the pristine nature of the entire area. I would spend a lot of time, my brother, as I said, had an organic farm, and I would spend a lot of time coming to visit them, and then going up to Bayfield and up in the peninsula and the Apostles, and I really loved it there, and really enjoy the woods and waters of this region, and that's why I live here, and I think the mine would take away from that. When I first moved here, I lived in Bayfield for a number of years, and I really wanted to make a community space. I felt that Ashland, there really weren't places other than bars for people to go to, and I remember trying to go out to eat, and there just were really no restaurants to speak of in Ashland. There were kind of greasy spoons, but there just wasn't a lot here. And I opened my business, and then the same year the Deepwater and Rail Yard brew pub opened, And I feel like since then, more and more businesses have started coming into the area, and now I feel like there are many options for places to eat and things to do, and the shoreline has been developed, so it feels like it's a much more of a thriving community than it was 20 years ago, and it didn't take a mine to get us there. I just really feel strongly that I think people are very misguided in what they feel the mine is going to provide to them, and I think that people who are supportive of the mine need to be really clear and honest with themselves about what the mine is really truly going to bring and what the mine could potentially harm in the process, and if it's a good enough payout that it's going to be worth ruining resources potentially, for many, many generations to come, and if the jobs and economy that it's supposing or saying that they're going to provide are actually going to come to fruition, or whether it's going to be a boom and bust situation, and then we're left with resources that have been denigrated.